So I'm at the infusion clinic getting round 3 started of chemo. Had scans this past Tuesday and was surprised at my reaction. So I'm back from the infusion of round 3 for me for my chemo. And that went well as can be expected for getting the red devil. Nothing has kicked in yet, but I really wanted to talk about the scans that I had this past Tuesday, the results, and how I reacted, because that really surprised me. So I went in and had the scans on Tuesday and then met with the oncologist afterwards to go over the preliminary results. And what he saw was that some of the fluid buildup in my abdomen under my lungs has decreased, which is good. That means my body is absorbing the fluids naturally, which is a good thing. And that there was no evidence of any new disease. So there's no evidence of disease right now with me, and that is a great thing. But I was really surprised at how I reacted to that news. My family that was with me all were very excited and happy, but for some reason I got depressed and even a little angry. And that really shocked me. Here I just got good news, and yet I was feeling depressed. And when I thought about it the next day, I came to the conclusion that it really has to do with the fact that there are still so many unknowns. We know how aggressive my cancer is. We know that at some point it's going to come back again. And I truly hope that all these scans I get are going to be no evidence of disease. I'm currently on a 6-week scan schedule, so I get scanned every 6 weeks while I'm on chemo because of the aggressiveness of this tumor or of this cancer. But my hope and my thoughts, my affirmation is that it's going to be many, many years before we see this disease come back. But there's just so many unknowns. And while it was good news and my family was very excited, and for me, that unknown took over my emotions, and it made me a bit depressed. And it's something that my family didn't quite understand. Nobody could understand why I was feeling that way. And it's hard for me to understand why I was feeling that way. And this is something that's important to note if you're a family member or a caregiver with somebody going through a situation like this, that our thoughts and our emotions might not match what you would expect. And we go through certain things. We go through these periods of feeling down, not knowing. And it's something that you really can't understand unless you are going through it or have gone through it before. So as a caregiver or a family member or a friend, you need to understand that our feelings are going to be different, and we might be running into these days where we're down and you won't understand why we're down, or that we're angry and we might snap at you, and we don't mean to. That's certainly not what we want, but it does happen, and so you can't take it personally, and you need to get help dealing with that, just as we need to get help dealing with our emotions. And it's strong advice. It doesn't sound pretty, but again, it's one of those things that I know from talking to other cancer patients, other LMS patients, that this is really typical and tends to happen a lot. And it's not that we don't appreciate the support and love, it's just that we're going through a bad time. So your understanding is important. So in any case, that's where I am. I'm fine now. I'm happy that my scans are clean, and we'll see what happens in 6 weeks. And I'm pretty positive they're going to come out clean again in 6 weeks. But we just started round 3 of chemo. A few more to go through April, and it looks like I'm going to be able to do this, and I'm excited about that. So don't ask me tomorrow when I'm feeling crappy, but yeah, we're going to get through this. So before I close, I wanted to give a shout out to a few of my fellow LMS warriors that are going through this, that I've met online or through email, and that I really hope we get to meet in person someday. We're going to try to make that happen as best as we can. So a shout out to Sharon and to Jim and to Mo, to Kathy and Sua. Shout out to all of you for reaching out to me and giving me that support, and knowing you understand what it is that I'm going through, because I understand what you're going through. And I love you all and wish you all the best. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day.